First they're putting KSP pretty low, but the heals there immediately. KSP finds Yaki super early now. Sombra pressure off the table, but Mayhem respond. They get rid of range super early. Yaki's back up. And just like that, now
for the Valiant.
Yeah, I mean, the problem for them, they're not going to have the res available, but okay, you got BQB down. If they deny the res, they don't. Still back to 6v6 with the res game, evened up. Fate, Nano to the back, immediately gets on Rain. Yaki cleaning up the rest, and the Mayhem just being very aggressive here and having it work out.
I don't always say this about Winston, but that was some clean track. So it definitely makes a huge deal. And a cleanup like this with just a nano boost is a dream scenario when you're playing this mirror match. It is a very strong ultimate combo. You got damage to sustain. You can shut off the enemy abilities. Here's the nice EMP from KSF, and it just completely shuts down the backline with the help of McGravy.
Yeah, McGravy cleaning up the EMP, setting the way, and KSF right now getting some good cleanup, good build towards another EMP. So the Valiant should be able to get the flip here. The problem is, Jake, it's a classic control issue where, all right, a little bit more dicey for the Mayhem.
Yeah, BQB finds one, but it is traded, so KSP has the opportunity to really clean this fight up. Mayhem's Bob is on point. Yaki's going to full commit now with the EMP. This is all in from the Florida Mayhem, but it looks like it might just be enough. Gargoyle's so strong on the point. BQB rezzed on the high ground, and self-destruct available, so this has got to be the round now for the Florida Mayhem.
Yeah, the Valiant, I don't think they were expecting the Mayhem to commit there. I mean, the Mayhem didn't have to commit there, but they saw an opportunity, they went for it, they got a quick limb off the EMP, and now the Valiant struggling to delay, look for the miracle. It's Dreamer on the point now, nanoed, but this is going to be a hard ask for the Valiant to actually bring this one back.
Yeah, you're pretty much in stall mode here. Florida not prioritizing the point. They just want to get the cleanup kills, which is the way you guarantee this round. So a great play from the Florida Mayhem, exactly how you do want to be playing out this scenario. And I think you're exactly right, CP.
BQB looking for the Widow angle. One good way to shut down a push, it finds it. KSP losing the Widow battle there, and just like that, the Mayhem in a good spot. Even though they get low, the healing's all there, Jake. So the Valiant's opportunity, not as clean as it could have been. They find Chris, though, and they're still keeping this in contest. The problem is they lost too much too early.
Yeah, the price of losing your Widow, it really takes some of the potency out of your strategy because, you know, no longer does the
Valiant, they're pushed back, but they have to keep contesting, Jake. It's 95%.
That's a massive pick from KSP. However, Gangnam Jin, he's still holding on to this Transcendence, so we could see the the Mayhem elect to commit. But it looks like KSP maybe getting a little too much done. Points still in control, so this is a close one. One pick could really swing it.
KSP needs to continue to hit these headshots. It's done work so far, but the team needs more. Gonna get forced out for now. Fate, though, getting caught out on the Hammond. Not too bad here for the Valiant. They're cleaning up the Mayhem as they stagger in, and you know, for the Mayhem, at some point, when do you stop staggering in here? You're at 99%. You're not gaining anything else from the extra delay. Right now, Jake, and Florida gets the flip.
Orisa is just so good in this situation. You wouldn't rather have any hero taking that tango with death. But as I say that, few picks come in for McGravy, so it looks like Valiant are clutching this fight. No, Amplification Matrix committed by Chris. Once again, the Mayhem go all in a questionable scenario, but it might just pay off unless KSP has something to say about it.
KSP continues to be the rock here. Still needs a bit more. 28 HP, not a great spot to be. Finishes off the Sigma, gets the support, and the Valiant
game ender.
Well, and already Lastro just gets deleted. The Sombra special versus Zen, every Zen's nightmare. It gives the Mayhem a quick 6-on-5, and they're looking to snowball. KSF already down. And just an easy engage for the Mayhem here, Jake, and why EMP is so hard to deal with.
Yaki's tracking is just so good. Not only does he insta-pop the Zen, but he just rolled up on an AD in Batiste and just, you know, absolutely no fear, no teleporting out of that one for Yaki. So that's going to secure the map. Beautiful work by the Florida Mayhem. It was some nice attempts by the Valiant.
Want to still play it as 6. They can, but comes at cost. No, it just gets worse. Rain picked off early by the Mayhem and losing the Mercy. The one player that is not rezzing herself.
Yeah, another instant pick by BQB, just so clean on this Ashe. You give him the damage boost with total confidence. Yaki farming a little bit of EMP on McGravy, and oh, that's so painful for the
top. But it's a lot of aggression coming in from them, a lot of pressure. They get KSF again.
EMP shut down. BQB is just too good. How do you stop this guy? Well, McGravy, maybe he's the answer.
Yeah, he looked at McGravy. He looked to your off tank, McGravy. All right, a little bit of showboating as the mech ends up falling. But the problem is Mayhem are still applying tons of pressure here. Respawns are coming back in soon. And
to press this issue, McGravy, oh, he managed to get back in the suit. The bull takes getting EMP'd. Oh, and the suit was actually canceled. So close for McGravy, but not good enough.
Not at all. Mayhem found the right window to head in, and oh, this could be tragic here, Jake.
Jump in. Oh, he gets it though.
Ideal, but okay. Gets Gargoyle, and I think the man will back out a little bit here, but the Valiant are just struggling to really get their footing.
Yeah, and the pick just gets res. Now 2 more picks going the way of the Mayhem. Self-destruct does find Fate, but EMP on 4. As well, the Gravitic Flux picking up, I believe, the back line there. It's Lastro. BQB finds 1, and no, they're not on the payload. CP, why? No fear on this high ground. He is going to be giving a little bit of respect, though, as...
Oh, KSP!
Oh my word, that is deadly. Give me another one, KSP. One for the road. There's another one.
I'm taking the objective.
Oh man, just when you think there's gonna be a fight, there's no fight at all. KSP just ends it immediately. Well done. Now the Valiant, they drop the nano on the Dreamer. They lose KSP immediately. Gonna res him back up. This could be deadly. No one's looking at him right now. Getting the boost for a time. Has a great sight line. Forces a Sombra out, and he's just hitting heads, Jake. Although that time,
finally BKB shuts him down. Somebody had to do it.
He's not getting back up. Res used. So the terror of KSP down, and Mayhem can head in a little bit more easily here. The Gravy, the self-destruct. Mayhem, though, Bob's holding down the fort.
Yeah, this defender spawn.
Throw kind of limits how aggressive they can be here, but they try and keep the Winston under check in the back. Fate's gonna use the Primal, and now the Mayhem, this goes back to the winnable idea. They had a rough opening, Jake, but now they're just delaying.
And KSF is really dancing with this Primal, making it work. KSP now uncontested on the high ground. We'll see if he can deliver a few more kills there, and I think it's gonna be necessary. Sigma hack, though, crucial from KSF, who really enables his DPS partner right there.
Look at KSP, the vantage point once more, deals with Chris. And KSP, you cannot give this man an open sight line. He's knocking it all down. And with 4, Mayhem decide to head on in, sneak on the Fate as he was nanoed. Gets woken back up, takes down Lastro, and the Mayhem just stay out of line of sight, Jake, then head back in.
Yeah, it's simple plays, but they're effective, right? You've got that Gravitic Flux from Gargoyle, and I think that's something that you're really worried about. Again, Fate manages to cancel the enemy hack. As I say that, though, massive EMP comes in here, hits everybody, and the dive is perfect.
The setup was great. The Valiant were really sneaky about setting that up. The EMP heads out. Dreamer, McGravy immediately onto Dreamer. The Valiant looking to end this now. You don't want to let the man get back up here. ASF down. I just wonder about BQB and KSP, the Ash players. BQB was able to get down Dreamer. Fate finds KSP, and the Mayhem get out of spawn, and they stay alive for now.
I think the reality of that fight is just Fate getting way too much done with the Primal Raid.
Not in overtime. They need time remaining on the clock. Fate, Nano, to the back. Quick assassination onto Lastro. And that's just easy from the Mayhem, where I really like how they're letting their tanks dictate a lot of this and not giving KSP room to work with.
That's just doing a nice job actually tanking that ultimate. KSF coming back on the Soldier 76, and KSP and Bob still alive in the backline here. So this one, it's still under contest. Lastro desperately trying to charge that nano, and I think this actually might be going the way of the Valiant. No, BQB! Another kill from the flank! Oh my
He's going for it! Oh. Yeah, that was part your fault. You're like, it might be winnable for the Valiant. And pressure in the neutral game coming in from Gargoyle. Pretty severe, and Lastro ends up getting caught. Yaki was able to get to the back, finishes off Lastro. The sustain for the Valiant, it's in shambles if they can't get a resurrection off. And with Dreamer down, this is just looking worse and worse.
Just really nice play from Yaki, but ultimately I think this is largely on the composition. The fact that Gargoyle gives that second shield. McGravy, he just isn't able to have the same impact on D.Va. It's a hero that you would normally want to play with, you know, extra dive DPS.
Lastro's still under fire, super low, trying to get away, and Fate goes, you can put me to sleep, I'll put you to sleep, permanently. The Mayhem just get right back in, and, you know, if I'm Lastro, I'm a little bit upset at the sequence of events, Jake.
I mean, that's about as well as you can play on the Ana. You know, he does find the sleep on the Nano Winston, but that's Fate with the Primal, right? Like,
slow play this in the back. They let the Valiant overdive. Now they Nano onto Fate. Dreamer looking for the knockoff in the back. A little bit of extra disruption, but the Mayhem have mostly regained control here, Jake.
Yeah, I love how well they backed off there, and the Nano from Fate, he faked like he was going to go on the enemy Ana. but then turn to the Baby D.Va to finish her off. Although Gargoyle does drop, so power play once again here for the Valiant. Dreamer falls in trade, and oh, this res, that really secures it now for the Florida Mayhem. Sombra forced out again, and you're looking at
getting healed back up and has faith in the healing to come through, still holding on, and okay, maybe should have backed up a little bit, but even with him falling, the fall through from the rest of the Mayhem is there. They punish people coming in from the top, and BQB just uncontested right now, Jake.
Yeah, he's kind of dominating this game, and with less than minute 30 on the clock now, supports are together, they're healing each other, so no pickoff available. And they seem to have lost the feed, so go ZP.
BQB in a decent spot right now. Both teams down main tanks. You look to the hit scan. KSP able to find Chris. KSP looking for a little bit more right now. Remember, BQB still a threat. The EP dropped. And so is Gangnam Jin, but BQB's found room. He got to the back. He took down 2. And now he's going up and over to the high ground as the Mayhem look to end this here. And now BQB sacrifices the high ground, goes to the low, and ooh, taken down by KSP at the end. Still though, Respawn's coming back in for the Mayhem. Bait back onto the point, and it's KSF making his presence known. And you know, the respawn distance there, Jake, a long way. The Valiant holding back. They drop the nano onto Dreamer. Dreamer, the first one in, deals with Fate. Fate couldn't even primal in time. BQB down as KSP takes it, and suddenly a huge advantage for the Valiant. The perfect engage for the situation.
Yeah, Fate should get his primal off. That's everything, although BQB gets one counter pick. Nano as well onto Gargoyles. He'll be able to tank the point for quite a while. I love this corner he's playing. So difficult to evict him from this position. Hard to deny him heals, and what a perfect EMP. Shuts down the Bob before he even really gets out. Fate, though, pretty much going to be in delay mode with his primal. KSP has not left this high ground, so he's pretty much uncontested, dominating from the backline. Fate dies again without primaling. Fate?
Oh, and he's not going to get another chance, and it does not carry over to the next round. They move forward, they catch McGravy, they get him out of the mech, and this is just the Mayhem knowing when to push.
Yeah, losing D.Va's suit like that is so painful, and you know, just one pick turns into another there, right? Even though Lastro gets resurrected.
Sombra and Dreamer's late to the party off the nano. They get BQB down though. This is a start. The Valiant, first opportunity to head in. Fate sleeping over to the side. No, Dreamer's mid-prowl gets slugged, but someone woke him up. Gangnam Jin down. BQB, though, has been rezzed back up at the last second, and the Mayhem still in a great spot to defend. BQB low, and KSP finds him. That could be what the Valiant need.
KSP going 1v1 with Chris, but a little too much. The Valk Mercy, a very hard target at close range. And KSP delivered absolutely massively in that fight, getting pickoff after pickoff. And I thought that was just all over, frankly, when KSF...
Go, Nano, in on the Dreamer, Yaki with the response, drops EMP over the top, hits 3. Dreamer, though, was able to go off the Nano, find Gargoyle, the Valiant up 1, McGravy, low HP, healed back up, the Valiant still a full 6, and McGravy still living against the odds, and the Mayhem losing player after player, as the Valiant have just about done it.
Yeah, McGravy, he's just still holding on to the self-destruct in reserve, should there be any issues, and there it is, the full cap. It's not over yet for the Florida Mayhem, still
back and sleep onto Dreamer, he got the business, sleeping near the bush, now off the sleep, back or the other way, and Lastro carries when it's needed, lands a good sleep of his own. It's not enough to stay alive, but it still could be enough to win the fight.
Yeah, Fate's back, and he still has a primal. Res does come through onto Lastro, but so many picks now coming in for the Mayhem, even though it was a beautiful defense by the Valiant. They are going to EMP bomb, finds one, finds another from KSF, so somehow the picks come in, somehow they're cleaning this back up, but spotted it here. Remember, it is significant, so this fight, actually trying to charge with this nano, it's going to be full aggression out, and the McGravy eats the nade. That shuts down Gangnam Jin.
They caught Gangnam Jin in the fielder spot from yesterday. Down. Dreamer, though, pays for it with his life. BQB's back into the fray, and the resurrection is there. So the Mayhem back to full strength. They don't have to worry about the Winston. The EMP in from KSF, and once more, you look to KSP, who's back into the fight. Is there going to be a response? McGravy, teammates down. The front line for the Valiant is not in this fight anymore, and the Mayhem, they're just going to take it.
Oh, that was such a beautiful play by McGravy, making the D.Va work, eating the Ana nade, getting that kill, but you know, with Mercy online, it just doesn't happen. And this jukes Gangnam Jin.
Nano to the back. Lastro just looking for a reprieve, not gonna find it. The assassination plan works out. The resurrection is there. EMP though out. Both supports for the back. The healing for the Valiant just tough right now. Many players low. KSP isn't gonna be able to get away. BQB finds him. McGravy still in need of healing, gonna get demeched. And now Dreamer, up to him to make some space, but he gets BKB down in the back, and that could be enough.
I think Valiant have this. It's locked in at this point. You've got no heals left. Gangnam Jin doing his damnedest to survive in the corner. Dreamer isolates the Sombra, forces Yaki back. Lastro cleans up the Ana, so it's just going to be a final point contest. Fade has a Primal Rage, but this needs to be disgusting. I mean, he needs a multi-kill here, and Lastro once again with the sleeps. Been so consistent on this map, kept it in contention. Primal's good from Fade. He's trying to get something, but he's basically just solo EMP to this point. Finds Chris as well, so the Valiant somehow clawed this one back.
Astro just continues being insane right now for the Valiant. The Mayhem running out of ways to stall the point, and Yaki touches it once. Is anyone else going to be able to come on in? BQB got picked, but it's not enough. They can't stand the point, and the Valiant not going down to a sweep.
Dreamer taking a ton of pressure, gets destroyed by enemy Widow, but KSP comes up with a duel win. Can he find another? No, it's Lastro.
It's already a great advantage now for the Valiant. The Mayhem in a tough situation. They're going to need to pick off soon or Respawn to get back in, and the Valiant, they're just applying the pressure. They're moving in, but they move in too deeply. Fades on the punish. The Ant Matrix not respected, and it's terrible results for the Valiant. As a result, with Dreamer late to the fight, comes back over on the Hammond, takes down two, and KSP has the angle again.
That freeze was just disgusting from KSF. Before Gargo with his last rock, canceling that enemy flux, so keeping this one fighting, but Gangnam Jin, he's in such a strong position. Yaki is back with the EMP.
Transcendence timing!
Oh, you're right,
Lastro got the Transcendence off right before the EMP and hit it still. It's not enough to cleanly win the fight. The man was still able to work in the outskirts, so again, I feel sympathy for Lastro. Even in great plays, sometimes these fights, they've done some wholesale swaps here. KSF able to take down Gangnam Jin. The May, all heroes got to back. Mayhem though, still in a decent spot. Lastro gets caught, but KSP, room to work with. The supports for the Mayhem taken down, and the Valiant, they can push the advantage. The healing's just not there anymore.
I think it's working. This Rhine comp is paying off big time. That pickoff from KSF was so critical, limiting the healing resources.
Can't drop the shadow here just yet. The Valiant though, still very healthy. KSP over the top, decent sightline, shield comes up. Gangnam Jin with the fight. And now the Valiant, I mean, this is just strong pressure that the Mayhem are struggling with.
Yeah, this Rhine is just getting so much value. Dreamer in aggro swinging. KSF drops the May wall to deny any sort of recontest. Chris does find one, but I don't think you're going to be able to get back into this fight. So the Valiant...
They drop the beat. You can't be more aggro than that. Going straight up the middle, but Dreamer falls. And still,
aggression is paying off,
damage
though.
might have been done. Yeah. You lose the Rhine, but you win the fight.
Oh my
Still
god, this
payload.
one is close, but I think they're getting it.
Everyone grouped together. It's a Sombra's Dream. Hits 5! And Dreamer and KSF immediately erased from existence.
Yeah, KSP on a flank angle there, but it's just too little too late, and Yaki is just toying with him. That is a little bit brutal right there by Yaki. No real risk there if he
drops a Blizzard to set the stage. EQB already down, but Dreamer gets caught in the flux. The Mayhem still pretty healthy. Transcendence now faded, but the Mayhem in good health. In control. Gargoyle, though, getting super low. Got chunked down. McGravy there in the finish. And the Valiant still in the fight. Even demeched. The Valiant still working on it. They need to touch the payload. Now it's time to deal with fate as the Mayhem try and wait for respawns.
Just how do you kill this Orisa? I feel like this one's over, man. Unless they just peek into KSP. They do peek one, they lose Zen, but still, I just think, oh,
he gets another!
So that's how you kill the Orisa. Both supports down. Now Fate, his life might actually be in danger. It is missed. Oh, Dreamer is actually hacked as well, so can't hold shield.
He got his
KSP delivers again! Another pick in this fight!
KSP just can't be stopped! 3 in the back as the Valiant were losing. KSP himself winning. Does enough, gets Gangnam Jin another time. And the Valiant, they're gonna push this into the end. Oh man, that's crazy.
Vulnerable to aggression. I'd like to switch over to McCree though. BKB just rolls out on the flank and nobody's looking at him.
That's a good start. Just establish dominance on the McCree game. Punish the Valiant for being at spawn. But you know, I think the wisdom in this here for the Valiant is they might have expected to lose this fight here, Jake, but because they finished out the map to all of your points before, now they're just looking to drain the pain. That's a decent part at the very least, even as the Valiant. They're just getting bullied around here. KSF falls. You see the pressure onto KSP, and man of miracles, but nothing was saving that.
Yeah, Orisa good hero, ZP. Orisa press fortify.
Also, Bloodless the Dreamer goes for the shatter. Fortunately, it's not quite enough to take down the entire team. They get Chris off it, but the man had a really good disengage. Gangnam Jin was able to use a Transcendence, but KSP got to the side, got BQB, and the Valiant, they turned the ball through even then.
Yeah, McGravy put his life on the line there, but the rest of the team managed to...
The Valiant still pretty healthy, but oh no, Dreamer caught out. Yaki falls on the other end, but the Valiant now down the Rhine that was about to get Shatter, and the Mayhem trying to just work the positional side of things here. The Valiant, though, still pretty healthy as they try and rotate back around, Jake, but it's tough. The Mayhem are everywhere.
It's such a wild brawl, but without the Rhine, that is the hero you needed in that exact moment, as you said. So ultimately, I think when...
But he's getting focused down. Dreamer in a tough spot. Able to get healed back up, though. BQB out of the fight. The Shatter comes down. Gargoyle
Huge Shatter.
on the ground. And the Valiant, they turn it around.
Incredible stuff. Love that from McGravy. Once his Widow goes down, he knows somebody has to stop BQB from just carving up the rest of the team. So great work by McGravy to focus. Support still online. Might need a Cole, but the halt is just too much there. I don't think Cole would have made any difference at all. Lastro is going to commit. They need to pick up these backliners. Chris, Gangnam Jin, they have to stay alive.
I think Lastro's going to swap here. The Valiant are throwing the last little bit of ults that they have in on this fight. They know it's going against them, and I think there's a comp swap potential, although Dreamer swapped back to the Rhine, so we'll see. It's interesting to use a Cold there if they weren't planning on swapping. But the Mayhem, everyone's still warm and ready to go, and KSF falling early. The Flux from Gargoyle, that's the Flux we've been waiting for, Jake. You called for it earlier, and this time it came out.
Oh, BQB, what a shot on the rain. That was filthy, but KSP answers right back. So,
and now the Blizzard ably dropped just on the payload. Someone on the Valiant has to touch it, but it's Frosty indeed. KSP though, it's BQB. Surely he can't do this again, Jake. Even as the Valiant fall one by one, KSP, he's taking down Gargoyle. Matters into his own hands, and this is looking like we're heading into extra rounds.
yeah, I'm not going to say it's over until the slow-mo screen, you know, ever again with KSP in the server, but still, that one was pretty unwinnable. He's going to go. The card is moving the whole time.
McGravy out of the fight, though. BQB strikes. Still a decent spot. Pressure onto the Orisa. BQB, though, still has to be aware of where KSP is. Swapping sides. Looking. KSF and KSP down. Gangnam Jin deals with KSP. Gets rid of the threat. And the overtime ends here and now. That is a great defense. Exactly the beginning the Valiant wanted. Now the man, what's her response going to be? KSP! One more time. Takes down Gangnam Jin. The hero all series long. The flashbang over the top. And the Mayhem struggling to get out of spawn.
Oh no. In the fight,
Shatter
finds one. It's enough though.
Enough to put Gangnam Jin out of the fight once more. KSP following through. Overtime ticking down. They're held at spawn. We go to map 5.
Oh, the confidence to go for the spawn.
Gargoyle and Fate very low right now. BQB under fire, has to back. KSP eats some poke at the same time, but still finds Yaki in the back.
Oh, Yaki tried to commit for that kill, but Rain was right there beside his hit scan partner. KSP managed to get it done on the enemy Sombra, and I mean, that's enough to end the fight right there. KSF, you know, he played the consistent performance. That's what I think
there, but still important to hit as the Valiant continue to keep control at this point.
EMP means McGravy, he cannot use his self-destruct here, so Mayhem, they really need the flip now, but both their tanks are so low. Gargoyle survives on a sliver, but KSP cuts off the healing.
KSP, though, does fall for it. BQB caught him while he was looking at the Ana. And the Mayhem finally on to the point. They get their first flip. But the Valiant, what a great start. 70. Valiant, they want this round here and now. BQB sending Dreamer to the sky. Dreamer so close to the Primal falls! Doesn't get the Primal in time! What a key window for the Florida Mayhem. And that very well could have been the round.
Dreamer just got destroyed by BQB, conked up into the air, perfect tracking with the left clicks. The hack from KSF meant Gargoyle couldn't pop his self-destruct till he contested point. Fate's gonna go in, but he's in basically a 1v6 scenario here. Dreamer gonna be zapping the front line as Fate trying to touch point. He cannot do it. And the Valiant, they find themselves on series point. ZP, who just
attack this from defending out, but BQB finds KSF. That's a huge opening for the Mayhem, and now the Valiant do need to give a little bit of ground, but KSP finds the save, and KSP does far more! KSP! Just when the Valiant need it most, he's there every single time!
Come on, this guy is too good, and look at this cleanup from Dreamer, he's eating them up. getting that primal rage charge. Gargoyle's about to get demacked, and I have to imagine they're going to leave him here. No, they want the finish. No, they're going to leave him low HP. Love it.
For the Mayhem, the series on the line. Gangnam Jin, early nano, and KSP's down. They've dealt with the beast, Jake. He's out of the fight.
Yeah, and Rain was hacked as well while Valking, so couldn't get the res off, couldn't survive. And this is actually textbook Florida Mayhem. Even in the situation where it looks like they're about to get reverse swept, they have the composure to take that fight with him into the Bob or into the Nano Winston. There's no good answers here. Fate hacked early though, that could be good.
Decent start here for the Valiant, but Grave again over aggro. The punish off the Nano from Fate. And now the Valiant, they're not gonna have time for a full reset. 92% for the Mayhem, and that could just be it. Round 3 in the works. He was looking for the environmentals, perhaps had the bounce back. KSF out of the fight. BQB looking to be the rock the Mayhem needs. The bomb over the top from Gargoyle takes down KSP, and the pressure onto the Ash Baby. Though Dreamer in the back, another 2. The Valiant on the verge of flipping it. The Gravy rolling around on the ball. The Valiant continue. They flip the point, and now it's the Mayhem in danger. Dreamer, Fate, both down. Winston's out of the fight, but the Valiant in control. Overtime in progress, but Gravy with 2 in the back. The Valiant, they end it here and now. The reverse sweep is complete.
I can't